everybody, it's Lacey Shane with Real Women, Real Success. And this week was a little crazy this week. So I am taping my very quick video today as I'm driving home from one appointment and then heading off to yet another meeting. But this week I just want to address a very, very important topic, and we can get through it in a very short period of time because the answer to this dilemma is simple. And the dilemma is when a friend of yours is talking to you about another person that you both know. In effect, talking behind their back, right? There's nothing more disheartening than when you're talking about, yeah, me and my friend had this disagreement, and then the friend you're talking to says, yeah, you know, I knew about that. And you end up kind of wondering, wow, well, you know, why didn't you tell me? And maybe you say it, maybe you don't, but you wonder, why didn't you tell me? And you end up finding out that this person became a dumping ground for the complaints of the other person, but didn't really say anything, didn't really offer any leadership to the other person, right? And that's disheartening and it's disappointing. And I think that there's a way to be a leader on this, and that is to show others the way. I have to make a left-hand turn here. I'm clear. To show others the way, how you deal with something like that, because that is dysfunctional. When someone is talking to you about a problem that they have with someone else, they're not talking to the person they should be talking to. And that's the message that I put out there for your consideration today, is that if you have someone coming to you talking negatively about another person, unless they're coming to you and saying, I'm not saying this to talk behind the other person's back, I'd like your advice on how to address it, then it is talking behind their back. And the way that I would handle it, and that I think is the most productive way to handle it, is to just simply say, you know what, I can see you're upset, or I can see this is a challenge for you, but you're talking to the wrong person. And I'd really like to encourage you to go talk to that person directly if you want me to help you come up with a productive way to start the conversation with this person. Glad to give my opinion, but I'm not the person you should be talking to about this. And this is good for workplace issues. You know, this is how toxic teams start, is when one member of the team starts talking about the boss instead of, you know, to HR or to the boss. They start talking about their boss to other people, and it starts this toxic environment because there's this pile-on effect. It could be, you know, a group of friends where one friend is talking about the other behind, you know, each other's back. Look, the thing is, if you allow it, you become subject to distrust with your other friend as well, the person that's being talked about, right? You want to be able to say, hey, you know, I don't engage in that kind of thing. I don't think it's fair. I'd certainly want you to come to me and talk to me if you had a problem with me. And in this particular instance, I think the person you need to talk to is not me, but the person that you're talking about. That's one other thing to keep in mind, and why it's such a good idea to be a leader on this issue. Because if someone comes to you and they're talking behind someone else's back, that means that's a habit they have. And until someone puts the boundary down to say, hey, this isn't acceptable, they'll probably keep doing it. And you know what? If they're doing it with another person to you, chances are they're probably doing it about you to another person. So you have a huge vested interest in getting this person to understand, as difficult as it must be, it's really important for you to figure out a way to bring this up with the right person. And I'm just not that right person. And I never want someone talking to someone else behind my back. I'd rather have them come to me. So because that's what I would want, I'm also not going to engage in that kind of behavior behind someone's back. I don't think there's too many people who actually are fairly functional that would argue with that. So that's my video for this week, how to handle someone that talks behind someone else's back to you, and a productive way that you can handle it that shows great leadership and probably helps your friend out, right? Who knows? They might even thank you. So I want to encourage you to go out there and have a great week. Thanks for visiting with me today. And remember, I'm your biggest fan. Okay, bye.